In this video, I'll talk about my first ride impressions of the BS6 KTM RC200. Please don't consider this as a full review, since I am uncomfortable to do full reviews after spending very short duration on bikes. Please note that, just like my previous videos, I won't dedicate an entire section to the specifications of the motorcycle. Looks are subjective, and this is just my personal opinion, but I prefer the looks of the previous RC200 over the current one. It had a distinct feature shaped like an arrow, and I really enjoyed the view from the front in the previous model. Having said this, KTM says that this new variant is aerodynamically better. Since I have never rode an RC before, I can't compare this one to the previous. But I did not feel any kind of wind blast while I was riding it. I'm not sure how it would be in triple digit speeds, as I did not push the bike due to the ride being restricted to narrow and traffic filled roads. Overall, I was really impressed with the lack of wind blast. The new design is definitely clever when it comes to aerodynamics of the bike, which is what KTM aimed for essentially. While starting the bike, there is no special kind of sound or anything. It's just what you expect from a 200cc motorcycle. This super short geared two-wheeler is a delight to ride given that how light, nimble and agile it is. This doesn't mean the bike feels unstable or unsure in normal conditions. Highway wind blast could still be an issue given that winds come from the sides as well. The super short gearing means that you can cruise along smoothly on higher gear at lower speeds, which will come in super handy in city conditions, and since the engine encourages you to rev in each gear, this short gear won't be a buzzkill when you want to have some fun with this beautiful engine. There is a general misconception that RCs are machines of speed and there is no way other than to ride it in an aggressive manner. If you are someone who is subscribed to that idea, I urge you to have a test ride of the bike. You'll be pleasantly surprised to know that it is definitely the rider who controls the bike. In fact, I must add that it is the case with any bike for that matter. The clutch is light enough and the clutch play is less. I did not encounter any kind of false neutrals or missed shifting gears. If there's something you have to adjust to, especially if you have never ridden a bike with similar seating posture, it would be adjusting to the aggressive riding posture. KTM has increased the height of the clip-on handlebars by a few millimeters. However, it still is an aggressive posture. Even though I would love to go for a long ride with this bike, I'm not sure for how long I can go before taking a break to stretch my core muscles. Having said that, if you put me on a track, I would definitely pick this one for its fantastic handling and flickability. There are vibrations for sure, and while I hear that it is refined compared to the previous model, I personally believe it could be even more refined, and it has the potential to be such a smooth machine. The buzzy vibes that's common in KTM bikes is still present, and you can feel it above 5000 rpm in the foot pegs and handlebars. The fuel tank capacity sees a major improvement from 9.5 to 13.7 liter in capacity, and I love the addition of the TFT display which comes straight out of the KTM 250 Adventure. I couldn't ride the bike to check the heating levels. The fan did not kick in during my short ride, nor did I feel any kind of heat. The suspension was softer than what I expected, which is good on our roads. The rear monoshock can be adjusted as per your riding style. Even though the suspension is soft, it does not come at the expense of uncertain handling. I forgot to mention that the clip-on handlebars can be brought down by 14mm if required. The highly uncomfortable cowl base seat for pillion is no more thanks to a wider and flat seat for pillion. Speaking of seat, the rider's side felt comfortable for the short ride. I have no complaints for the braking as well. It is more than enough for on-road performance. Maybe on the track the brakes could do better with a little more bite. Maybe changing the brake pads can help. Well, those are my first ride impressions. Overall, I like the bike. However, I feel the engine is far from smooth and KTM needs to work to make it more refined and smoother in general. I do understand that it's common in KTM bikes but they can definitely learn a lot from their Japanese counterparts when it comes to smoothness in general. Thank you so much for watching. Stay awesome and ride safe.